Stars on the way I vibe when I walk into the room. Wind blows underneath the soles of my brand new pair of shoes. I got the attention, I'm on a mission. No sweat in the way I step, I got a fresh new attitude. Oh my, 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 oh my, my, my. Call me a king, you can buy me a crown. Oh my, 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 oh my, my, my. I'm leveled up, and this is my world now. This is my world now. So anyone who tried to write me off, tell them they can go and write this down. This is my world now. New look, got the ladies shook. New watch saying it's my time. These magazines wanna feature me, cause they know I'm on the rise. Get the attention, I'm on a mission. Cause ever since I flipped that switch, my power can't be denied. Oh my, 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 oh my, my, my. Call me a king, you can buy me a crown. Oh my, 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 oh my, my, my. I'm leveled up, and this is my world now. This is my world now. So anyone who tried to write me off, tell them they can go and write this down. This is my world now. Get the attention, I'm on a mission. I'm there with a vision. Got a passion, making it happen. Ready for action. And this is my world now.
You are on the right path. You are on the right journey. The journey of self-discovery, the journey of self-love, the journey of self-empowerment. Stay on this journey. What up? Welcome to another episode of Men's Superpower Live. We have something juicy today. This is our third show for the year, and we are thoroughly happy to be here with you once again. As you may have noticed, I have changed our production's time or our live time to earlier in the day to adjust my schedule for more projects that we have started, more work that we are doing that require better scheduling, that require that we pay attention to our time. So if you can be here, you're here, it's for you. If not, you will catch the replay later. But we are going ham and all the way up in 2021 with Semen Retention, Sex Energy Transmutation, the essence of masculine empowerment. Remember, sexual discipline is a man's superpower. There's nothing else you can do in this existence that will empower you more to go further than to establish sexual discipline in your life. I guarantee it. And all the men who have come before you also will guarantee it. So you are in the right place at the right time for the right reason. Remember, there is no coincidence in the universe. If you're here right now, this is for you, baby. This is for you. Just left the gym, came home, took a shower, spent some time with some people scheduling upcoming shows and new projects, and then I'm here. You don't know. I haven't had lunch or dinner, whatever you call it. I've only had my protein drinks and vegetable juice. And I did work out for 2 hours, my regular plan, my regular program. That means I went hard. Here I am. Instead of trying to go find something to eat, I'm here for you and for me too. Because each time I talk to one of you, whether through coaching or a free session or whatnot, and through these videos, I help myself too. Teaching is learning twice. I'm also reminded, because remember, I'm also on the journey. I'm also faced with the same situations and the same issues. I may have more experience where I can see what's coming. It might be easier for me to escape certain snare, but nevertheless, you need to keep in mind that I also am on the same journey as you. So here we go. Today, we will be comparing. Who's in the house? Merka Cassidan. You've been here before. What's up, bro? Good to see you. Where you at? There we go. It's good to see you once again. So let's talk about two biblical stories. If you didn't know, I do have a Christian background, that is Orthodox Christianity background. I grew up in the church. There we go. I grew up in the church. I've served in different capacities in the church. I have a bachelor in practical theology. I was being groomed to be a pastor, a minister. I like to say that's still in my future. But at some point, after Bible school, after seminary, I kind of branched out into spirituality. So today I like to call myself a spiritual man. Okay? And so I've always been, back then and now, fascinated by stories in the Bible that talk or that are about sexuality and the power of man. Like Proverbs 5, like Romans 6, 7, and 8, not directly about sex, but about sin in men, our power to destroy ourselves, and our power also to restore ourselves. I've always been fascinated by the story of Samson and Delilah and Joseph and Potiphar's wife, mainly because I myself struggled crazily with my sexuality in the church. And let me clarify, by sexuality, I mean my sexual urges and lust and the need to bust a nut and find a girl and do the thing and watching porn and ejaculating. That's what I mean by sexuality, not sexual identity. No, we don't have that problem. We know exactly who we are. We know exactly what we want. We know exactly what we were designed to do. Okay? And so it's interesting that the author of Proverbs, Saint Solomon, would talk about a mother telling a son, the king, not to give his essence, his power, his physical power to women. I'm looking for my Bible. It's nearby because I was recently studying this passage. Let me grab it. my bad, but no, I'm not sorry. Interestingly enough, right? Proverbs 31, verse 3 says, "Do not give your strength to women, nor your ways to that which ruins kings." And remember, we are kings, right? Do not give your strength. And the word translated here for strength, let's go to the notes. The word translated strength refers to physical powers, vigor, stamina. Physical powers, vigor, and stamina. So the mother is telling the son not to give his physical powers, his vigor, and stamina to women. Well, on semen retention, we acquire what? Physical powers, vigor in our body, and stamina. Don't give that away to women. Now, remember, when we're saying don't give that away to women, we're not saying that we hate women. What we're saying is you come first. You are the king. If you indulge in that, you will be brought to ruin. You will be reduced to nothing. And just like Samson, I love Salmon. Did I say Salmon? Anyway, just like Simpson, you will die. Now, granted, in this life, you may not die physically yet. Although some men have had an early death tied to their sexuality, but you may not die physically, but you will die spiritually, mentally, psychologically, emotionally. You'll have no life in you, no motivation to do anything. Lethargy is really a death. If you are always lethargic, always unmotivated, uninspired, you can't move yourself to do something, you are basically, essentially, mentally and spiritually dead. If you're not inspired to make your life better, to live your life, then you are spiritually dead. And as we know, the excess of ejaculation, the excess depletion of your semen supply is going to leave you lethargic, uninspired, unmotivated, distracted, disconnected, discombobulated, lazy. And so that's what we're saying. Don't give it to her, whether it's through watching porn or OnlyFans or in regular intercourse, because it's good for you to keep it. It makes you better. It makes you wanted. It makes you desired by all people. And so the story goes, I'm sure you may have heard this story several times. It seems like there was a toxic dynamic between Samson and Delilah, some sort of codependency. I'm talking about modern language, right? Modern language and modern sciences. There was some sort of toxic, codependent, negative attachment between Samson and Delilah. And we know why. Because Delilah was beautiful, seductive, and of course, one of our weaknesses naturally as men is we are unable to resist a beautiful face, a beautiful body, a soft skin, a soft voice, whether she moves on us or not, whether she's close to us or not. In fact, in my earlier years of development, as some of you may be experiencing right now, do you know every time I came in contact, in close proximity with a beautiful woman, clear skin, perfect skin, I got anxious. My heart would start pumping very fast. I would start sweating. I would get anxious. Of course, it took years to fix that. It took years to grow out of that. Where now, you need me. I have the energy. I have the life force. You're all the same. It's all right. We're good. I'm no longer nervous, of course, and I am empowered now. Now she makes way for me to go when I'm walking. She opens the door and holds the door for me. She is the one to acknowledge me when we lock eyes. I'm telling you, happens this morning like it happens every day. If I go somewhere and I lock eyes with a woman, she is the one who's going to acknowledge me. She is the one who's going to say, hi, how are you doing? Or give me the smile. Perhaps I just give a nod, and sometimes I'll answer back, I'm good, how are you? Like today at the gym. Let's just say that. Women in the past that I would consider out of my league, I'm actually passing what we call the attraction cue or attraction confirmation. She gives me attraction confirmation and I still pass it. Okay, so it seems like Samson and Delilah, and I have been in a situation like that. I have been in a codependent situation where I needed the woman's bosom to feel better. I needed her touch. I needed to feel her skin against my skin to feel good. I needed to be around her. I needed to hear her voice. In fact, one of the things that I used to fight with some of my exes, or one of them, or how many of them, was affection. I used to fight for affection. I used to ask a woman, you're not giving me enough affection. You're not calling me baby, my king, my love, sweetie. You're not giving me affection. You're not calling me on time. You're not calling me at work, on your way to work. You're not texting with me. You're not giving me affection. So really, that was a codependent situation. All I was saying to her was, I need you. I need you. I need your energy. I need your life. I need who you are. In that state, it's like you have a nose ring and there's a cord attached to it. And that woman can yank on that cord anytime she wills. And before you know it, she's going to have a puppet at her feet. And that's exactly what happened. She didn't have to say it. I would do it. Let alone if she says it. I was always at her feet. I always wanted the sex. Her contact in my phone had her special ringtone purchased from the ringtone store, app store, iTunes, I think it used to be. So I don't miss a call, so I don't miss a text message, because I need to have that. And so we have this natural weakness. Now we call it weakness, but I guess it's only right that we have that, because we are the only kind. We are, in the human species, it's only you and her. It's only me and her. So it's only right that we are drawn towards each other. But there is a part of the dynamic that is unhealthy. And so it seems Samson had that toxic / codependent, unhealthy dynamic with Delilah. Couldn't stay away. No matter what the danger was, still couldn't stay away. Okay? But Delilah herself was interested in Samson's life force, his power, what he represents, or better yet, she was on a mission. She was commissioned to bring him down. So she was used to bring him down. And her job was to break through and get past his defense. It's easy for a woman to break through and get past a man's defense. All she has to do is put on a new hairdo do her nails, put some makeup on, use her feminine voice, wiggle her hip while walking in front of you, and she has just penetrated your defense system. Unless you have done the work of sexual discipline, unless you have ascended to the higher levels of consciousness and understanding through semen retention. Unless you have done that, once a woman is walking behind you and she's swinging her hips left and right, you know that's what they do, right? I have my very ex, right? I used to say to myself, she has two walks. I swear to you. I used to say, babe has two walks. There was a walk that she had in private. For me, for her family, wherever we are, where no strangers is looking. She had another walk when we were in public. That walk involved her swinging her hips left and right. You know, I was just awakening, right? I was just awakening. And then I found the red pill. Then I took it. And I've been taking the red pill almost every day now. That is, I consume red pill materials every day. I've already watched Immortal Minds, Develop Attraction today, and then next I have Dr. BOA. I gotta take a red pill, my red pill dose every single day. So I used to say, this woman has two walks. At home, her walk is uninteresting. In public, very interesting. Of course, I've never discussed that with her. But I paid attention. I began to awaken. I understand. Whoa. Because that public walk, other men are looking. And now these days, do you know who else is looking? Other women. And so Delilah used her feminine ways to get past Samson's defense. And Samson became codependent and somehow in the dynamic couldn't stay away. All the way to getting him killed, to her cutting his hair, essentially losing his power, his masculine empowerment, all the way to him being captured and his eyes being plucked out and he died. Now remember, I don't know how Christian you are, but these are, should I say it? These are mythical stories used to teach man. Yes, I said it. Whether you are one of those hardcore Christians who believe that story actually took place physically or not, it doesn't matter. What matters is the lessons we can extrapolate from the story. We can all agree it's a story because it's written, we can read it, and we can visualize what took place. And we can learn from it. Let's stop right here. Okay? So if his hair represents his masculine power, his stamina, remember earlier we talked about his physical powers, his stamina and vigor. He had a lot long hair. That means he had a lot of, remember, symbol, he had a lot of physical powers, a lot of vigor, and a lot of stamina, represented by the length of his hair. And once his hair was cut, that means his physical powers, his vigor, and stamina were cut. By whom? By the seductive Delilah. And now, listen carefully. He was able to be captured by the army and his eyes plucked out and destroyed. Although, of course, he still fought, but he was still out of strength and he was destroyed, right? And so, you know what that means? Once the woman can get past your defense system, and she can cut your physical power, your vigor, and your stamina, now you are naked to the rest of the world. Now you have no defense to the rest of the world. Now you are naked and powerless and defenseless to the rest of the world. You go out there in the world, you cannot compete. You cannot be respected because now you are weak. Your defense has been penetrated, infiltrated, and destroyed. Now you go back out there in the world naked, confused, because guess what? Your woman at home has already cut your hair. She has already cut your physical powers, your vigor, your life force, your energy, and your stamina, which in our context here is represented by your semen. The depletion of your semen, the depletion of your life force, the depletion of the God's essence in you. For our context here, a woman will not cut your hair off, because some of you, I'm sure most of you don't have hair like me. A woman will not cut your physical hair off. It doesn't matter. A woman can cut my physical hair off. God forbid. I will still have my power, because we know it's not about the physical hair. But I tell you what a woman will do. And of course, it will be you giving it to her, but she wants it. It'll be spending too much time, too much energy, and giving that semen away, which is your physical powers, your vigor, and your stamina. And we know once you give those things away through your semen, you become how? Lethargic, uninspired, unmotivated, discombobulated, unstructured. You're out of whack. You are nobody. When you go in the world now, you have no defense, because now you are nobody to nobody. You can't even express yourself. You can't even get your words together. And so, don't die like Samson. Don't let the woman cut your hair. Whether it's through Tinder, Instagram, OnlyFans, and the many websites out there, or whether it's through promiscuity out there, physically, or even your own personal woman. Any woman that I come in contact with, I let them know I practice semen retention. I've met women who told me straight up, cut that crap. We ain't doing nothing if you're gonna hold that thing back. I've been told that. And I've let women that I would consider an 8 go. I've let a couple of women that I could be considered an 8 or 8.5 go. I'm talking about we fondled, we touched, we kissed, but we never got to the real thing, because she said, I want that. I want it on my face. I want it on my chest. I want it. If you're not gonna give it to me, don't worry about it. When you're ready to give it to me, you call me. And I said, baby, your phone will never ring for my number. And that's what happened. That's what has happened. Their phones never ring. In some other cases, the conversation just die out. We just gradually stop communicating, because I'm not giving it to them, at least to them, right? Because the moment you do, you will die. You will lose your physical powers. You will lose your vigor and your stamina. And you will be powerless, defenseless to the world. And so, conversely, let's talk about the story of Joseph and Potiphar's wife. In contrast, in comparison, let's talk about that. But first, let me check out some of your comments and some of your chats, and then we'll continue with the successful story of Joseph escaping death because he ran away from Potiphar's wife, trying to grab him and trying to suck that energy out of him, essentially trying to cut his hair. That's not what the story says. But we already know, like I just told you, the hair is a symbol for Samson's or a man's personal physical powers, vigor, and stamina. Potiphar's wife went for that out of Joseph because that boy looked good in the house, but he ran away. We'll come back and we'll look at what happened. Let's put Joseph up in here first. Let's talk to you guys. What's going on, Merca? It's good to see you in the house, my brother. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. We are here another day on God's green earth, and beautiful. Okay, I totally agree with you, but I find the Bible deceiving. It teaches that the power of Samson is in his hair. Actually, the power of Samson is in his hair. Do you mean it teaches that the power of Samson is in his hair? That's what it says. Remember, I just said it doesn't matter what your view is on the Bible. We can agree on two things: that it's a story, in the sense that we can read it and we can picture how it probably happened. Like, we can have a picture, like there is a movie about it. Well, I think more than one movie. And then number two, we can extrapolate lessons from it. So as progressive beings, as men on Semen Retention, we are going to focus on the most pragmatic parts of it. So however your view on the Bible is irrelevant for this discussion. But if you agree that the story has some lesson that we can learn, we can extrapolate and apply to our lives, let's go. So with what information will normal reader know that it is only a paradigm for semen? Is tricky one. That's not a clear question for me, unfortunately, and I'm not even going to ask you to clarify that. I'm gonna move on to the next one. Just because your slant, your position is somewhat it's like you want to establish a certain discussion, a certain back and forth of proving something. That's not what we're doing here. It doesn't even sound like you would be on Semen Retention. And if you are, no offense to you, but it sounds to me like you're still trying to find that peace from ego, from an ego battle inside of you, like an egotistical battle when it comes to knowledge and intellect. Much love, no respect. No disrespect intended. Let's go, Michael Scott. Good to have you. This is powerful and valuable information you are sharing, my brothers, that you are sharing, my brother. Keep providing us with more knowledge and wisdom. I appreciate you, my brother. Thanks for being here. Wonderful. Merca, man. So with Semen Retention, no, you can ejaculate. Oh, I need to clear that up. If you're still here, Merca, I hope you're still here, right? I hope you're still here. No. In fact, I do not advocate a lifetime of semen retention. I do not advocate a purposeless semen retention journey. I advocate and teach a purposeful semen retention journey. I know you're not new to my work because you've been here before. Your name is your username is familiar, but I'm sure perhaps you have missed several videos and lives in between, right? What I advocate advocate and teach is use semen retention as a tool. And go through my lives, you're going to find a title like that. Use semen retention as a tool. In fact, in my last live, not last night, last week on the 10th, I said, you determine, I must have been last night. You determine how long you need to retain to make a change in your life. You determine that. Don't retain so you can boast. Don't retain so you can go online and say you've been retaining for 1 year, 2 years. Don't retain to boast so you can have some bragging rights, because there's no need for bragging rights. Retain for the purpose of you gaining power, vigor, stamina, clarity of mind, vision, motivation, inspiration. Retain. Study your life. Become the scientist of your life. Find what works for your life. Find the system that works for you. I know the system that works for me. The system that works for me after 5 years is every 6 months. I can release every 6 months and my life will still be beautiful, because when I am ready to release, I have my vegetables ready, I have my steak ready, and I take time to sleep after that, and I renew very quickly. So my life does not spiral out of control after that. But that system I have found after many years of trial and error and finding what works for me. So become the scientist of your life in finding what works for you. You can ejaculate. And quite frankly, it's impossible for you to never ejaculate. And it's not even arguable. It's off the table in terms of argument. It's impossible for you unless you castrate yourself, unless you remove your balls. I guarantee you, so long you have your balls and you have your shaft, your penis, you will one day involuntarily, accidentally, you will release. But no, what I advocate is sexual discipline. The word discipline is consciously determine what works for you and establish the habits to help you keep doing that. Don't retain for retain. Retain for a goal. Retain to better your life. I have been returning to better my life, to become more alpha, to be more established in my ways, for my mind to be clearer, for me to have willpower, indomitable will, for me to stand strong, for me to be magnetic, for me to stay on my work, for me to come across and feel powerful, and for others to see that power, not only to want to tap into it, but to respect it. I have achieved all of that. It's still here. It's great. And now I'm returning to take my work to the next level. I'm returning to stay on track with my projects. I'm returning to transform my body. And all that is in work. So I like to say, and I'm going to repeat, you cannot put semen retention on autopilot. You cannot outsource it. You cannot decide once and for all. It's a daily grind. It's a daily motivation. It's a daily renewal of your commitment. You must renew your commitment every single day on this journey. I've been taking crazy cold showers even at 4, 5 in the morning in the winter. You know what? My workouts have been crazy. My testosterone levels have gone higher. The more fat I lose around my belly and about my waist, because my waist has been going inside. And the more I work out, the more I take these supplements and vegetable juice and eat red meat and take the protein in, is the more my testosterone levels high. And so I stay hard almost 24/7. I go to sleep, it's hard. I wake up, it's hard. Guess what? I don't put that on autopilot. I cranked up on my cold showers. In fact, I had stopped taking cold showers. I went back to taking cold showers. I spent time with a lady over the weekend, and she's like, "You're taking a cold shower?" She verified that was a cold shower. Twice in the night, getting up and take a cold shower, because if I didn't, I know I was gonna kill myself with her. So what does that mean? I'm in control. I'm present with it. I'm renewing my commitment to it every day. Let's move on. Elliot Lugo, my brother. What's going on? Just finished your last live in a few minutes ago. I appreciate that, bro. In fact, I was just telling someone, a woman, you know what I was telling her? I said, look, man, I ain't got time to play. My work is important in the world. I have guys watching 3 hours worth of my work. You think I have time to kid? You think I have time to waste? I don't. Because my time is important. Somebody is waiting to hear from me. Somebody is right now watching my work and learning. So I can't F my own self up because I have men. It doesn't matter if it's just 5 men, but I have 5 souls. It's more, but I'm just using that as an example. I have 5 souls who are looking up to me, who are watching 2 hours worth, 3 hours worth of my work. Me just sitting down and talking and teaching. I said, I can't joke. My life is important. My public speaking career is important. My creative projects and endeavors is important. My energy is important. When I speak, lives are changed. When I speak, people's energy shifts. When I speak, paradigms shift. So I appreciate you. This is what I do. I appreciate you, bro. Is 40 years old too late to start semen retention? Ha ha ha. I'm 40. I'll turn 41 next month. I'm an Aquarius. I'm 40. No. I've never felt so powerful in my body. I've never felt so present. I've never felt stronger. I've never felt lighter. I've never had this much stamina in the bed before. We're talking about all night long. The woman is like, I cannot match your energy. How do you do it? I was told just yesterday morning, you don't get groggy. You could be up 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning. You just did all of this damage with your body and you're still spending this night up. Nah, it's in me. The energy is in me. And remember, men get better with age. Start semen retention right now if you haven't. Obviously, the question said would assume that you have it. Start semen retention right now. Today. Don't give it away today. You kidding me? 40 is the new 20 for a man. How old is our president? How old is our last president? How old is Obama? How old is those billionaires and multimillionaires giving us products in the world? How old are the men in the Senate? How old are the leaders around the world? Talking about men. They're very old. Kidding me? Men get better with age. Get on semen retention right now. I've had a 64-year-old on the live. Some lives ago last year, he came on where he's been watching my videos and he said he's 64. And he's given his testimony in favor of semen retention. Let's go. Let's go. My pleasure. Good to have you. Thank you. You didn't get offended. More power to you. America, what's up? Thank you for the great answer. Of course. All the time. There we go. There we go. I think that's the person I'm referring to. I started at 55 and the benefits are incredible. I think that's probably the man I'm referring to. I don't know. That's probably the man I'm referring to. I said 64, but I guess I really meant I think that's probably who you are. That's probably who I was referring to, who started and who's still doing it at that age. You kidding me? 55, it's prime age for success for men. Men don't start really establishing their business and their path in the world until this age, until 55. So if you're 40, your goal is by 55 to have accomplished so many things. But this is a prime age for men. We respect a 55-year-old man. We look to him for wisdom, for direction, for guidance. Get going right now, bro. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. Well, then you're the second man around that age on my platform here. So thanks for being here. I appreciate you. Let's do this thing. And so let's continue our discussion on, give me a few more likes, guys. I would appreciate it if you guys give me a few more likes. Give me a few more likes. Let's do that, please. It's asking for it. I have a ticker going on at the bottom. It's asking for more likes. Give me a few more likes. Let's talk about Joseph escaping death by running away from Potiphar's wife, right? Thank you for that like. Let's talk about Joseph. But if you're here for the first time, as my brother here, respect 55-year-old prime age, here is what I do here, and here is what you can expect. Subscribe if that's your first time, but let me tell you, here is what I do right here. But first, if you are new to my channel, consider subscribing. I have nothing but practical insights and information for you if you are getting on NoFap and semen retention. If you browse my channel, I guarantee you will find videos that will help you on any stage that you may be on this journey, because I covered this journey entirely, because this journey is really made up of 3 stages, and I have covered all of the 3 stages. So do yourself a favor, subscribe, and also check my link for Patreon for a coaching opportunity with me. The guys that I have been coaching, their lives are being changed and expanded daily. I mean daily. So you could be one of them. If you're ready, I'm ready. Because I am excited and thrilled to help my brothers to become alive, dynamic, present, jovial, free as I am. And yes, for those of you who just joined, this is what I do. Just heard it, you just watched it. Subscribe, hit the bell, and check out Patreon for coaching and any learning from me, any advice, any guidance from me. 5 years in, since 2016, we have learned a lot. We have been through different variations of experiences. Trust me. And I was addicted from 13 till really 36. That gives you 23 years. In my life, the number one challenge I've ever had was that of my sexuality, my sex drive. And in contrast, the best work, the most dynamic, most beneficial work that I've ever done is that of semen retention and sex energy transmutation. Welcome. And so, by contrast, Joseph was sold by his siblings into slavery. Okay, so Joseph was, get ready, relax. I'm gonna go deep for a minute. Joseph was envied by his siblings, and he was sold in slavery. And of course, he ended up at Potiphar's house working as a slave boy, as a house boy. But Joseph was also a man of God. That means he adhered to principle of critical thinking, meditation, contemplation, good behaviors, sinless behaviors. That's a man of God, a righteous man, a man who sees himself as godly, a man who sees himself elevated. And so, if he lived like that, it's assumed that Joseph would be practicing semen retention, in the sense that where a godly man is not out there being promiscuous. You know, back in those days, in the time context of this story, a man waited for marriage, right? So it's guaranteed that Joseph wouldn't be jerking off. He wouldn't be having sex with the female slaves. And so we can assume that Joseph glowed, that he had a glow on him. We can assume that his body was cut. As you know, they were cut back in the days. We can assume that he looked good. We can assume that he moved around with dexterity. We can assume that he had magnetism. We can assume that he had clarity of mind when he spoke. We can assume that anybody observing him would kind of notice there is something special about this man, including the succubus, Potiphar's wife. Remember, the day that the woman moves on you is not the day that she just decided to move on you. She's been paying attention. She's been observing you. So it's guaranteed that we can assume that Joseph, on his semen retention, was the bomb, looked good, walked around with power in his body, with vigor, with stamina. Maybe he stayed in the field longer. Maybe he lifted the heaviest whatever. Maybe he went the extra mile as a man of God, as a man with stamina and vigor and morals. And so, such a man is always in high demand. Such a man is always crazily desired. By whom? By the feminine. Because remember, the feminine is a receiving energy. If she doesn't get energy from an external source, she might auto-destruct. Bring that back. If the feminine energy does not receive energy from an external source, she might auto-destruct. This is why women watch a lot of reality TV shows. You know, like the real saga, like Jerry Springer's, like the crazy, filthy TV shows, and the most emotional ones. Because the way the feminine is designed, external energy is what she seeks after. Because in the feminine construct, energetic construct, energy is not generated there. She does not generate energy. Energy must come to her. She must bring the energy in. She must reel it in. And so she has to use her feminine powers, just like the animals do. The feminine animals, just the same way. It's the same way they lure when it's time for mating, where, you know, they still stay in the natural cycle. When it's mating season, they have a way, they have a certain dances, they have a certain way of going around to attract the male. And it's the same, because she needs that energy to come in, because the feminine construct does not generate energy. And so I call the average woman the uninspired woman. The average woman is uninspired and also uninspiring, which means she can't inspire herself, neither you or nobody around her. It's just a natural fact. There's no hate here. There's nothing. There's no misogyny. No. It's just a natural fact. She needs energy to come in from the outside. She needs energy to live off. Every living organism must get its energy from an external source. But the masculine energy, here we go, seems to be able to generate its own energy source, its own inspiration from within. And the way that happens is his energy increase through semen retention or through abstinence from any sexual activity that would deplete that energy in him. And so, as a man, you are an energy generating center. You auto generate energy, and you auto generate, therefore, inspiration, motivation, vision. And so, the opposite, the feminine, knows that it's in you. You're looking good. Your words are on point. You move around with dexterity. You have a swag to you. Oh, you're looking good. You have a lot of energy. But I don't generate energy. I need it from an outside source. It must be brought in. And I'm not going to overpower you. And I'm not going to put hands on you and make you give it to me. But I tell you what, I do have some weapons of mass destruction. I have my ways. I have my words. I have my feminine ways. I can wiggle my hips in front of you naturally. Once I wiggle them, I've already penetrated your defense system. Remember, I just talked about that. And so we can assume that Potiphar's wife saw that in Joseph and wanted a piece of that. And so she went for the kill, running after Joseph to have sex with him. And Joseph escaped, ran away for his life. No, not today. Remember, part of my philosophy for this work is not today. Tell your mind not today. When your body wants you to relapse and you're feeling the urge, just tell yourself, not today, maybe tomorrow, but not today. And when tomorrow comes, you say the same thing, not today. No problem, but not today. And Joseph ran for his life. Essentially, a piece of his garment tore up, and Potiphar's wife had that piece of garment. And of course, as you know, if you didn't know already, women don't do anything wrong. I hope you know that. I hope you know on your journey as a young man, if you're younger than me, on your journey to deal with women, I want to prepare you. Women don't do anything wrong. Women have not done anything wrong. Don't do anything wrong. Will never admit to have done anything wrong. It's the way the feminine is constructed until she awakens. Now here, I'm talking about the 95% of women. The great majority of women don't do anything wrong, couldn't do anything wrong. If she did it, you caused it. Somebody caused it. I've been told by women, I'm not crazy if I said it because you caused me to say it. I'm not crazy if I did it. She caused me to do it. He caused me to do it. Get ready. It's a reality you're going to have to deal with. They have never done anything wrong. They are incapable of doing wrong. If you should see how a woman takes her time to process and to think about a wrong potentially for us, and so how she's searching her mind to find a way and a reason to attach that to somebody else and something else, just get ready, okay? And don't get engaged into a fight. Be alpha. Just lay your law and your requirements and stay there. But only men do wrong. And so Potiphar's wife, she didn't do anything wrong. And so Joseph supposedly tried to rape her, and he ran away. But she didn't let him. And while running away, a piece of his garment remained in her possession. Whoa. Were you trying to hold her back? But it's a story, right? Him back. How do you end up? Because if you're running away saying, don't do this to me, don't do that, and he ran away, were you trying to hold him back so that he's arrested? Whatever. It's a story. But anyhow. And so the beta male Potiphar was not happy because he probably was codependent on his wife also, as most of us are until we wake up and take the red pill. He threw Joseph in prison. Okay? And in prison, Joseph once again flourished. Remember, we assume that he was on semen retention. We assume that he meditated, he prayed, he conducted himself with high morals, high standards. And so in prison, wherever such a man is, he's going to flourish. Wherever such a man is, he's going to shine. It doesn't matter the environment. The man becomes the environment. The man on semen retention, the man who has established sexual discipline becomes his environment. So wherever he goes, his energy is much higher than the energy of that environment. And so that environment's energy just bounces off him and he lives off his own environment. And so he flourished in prison. The man was there looking good, glowed up. Other prisoners were looking at him like, what's up with him? And this guy's looking good. That boy is up to something. Anyhow, until the king had a dream that he could interpret, that nobody could interpret, or the other interpreters were not clear and strong enough, or their interpretations did not resonate with the king. You understand? Resonance is very important. Somebody could say something, but it doesn't resonate with your own intuition. You're like, yeah, I see your point, but nah. So it seems like Joseph had interpreted some dreams for some of the prisoners. And the way he talks and the way he behaves, they're like, well, this guy here seems like, he's said some things about dreams and he's helped some people. The king like, bring him out. Bring him out. They brought him out. He interpreted the dreams impeccably, beautifully, succinctly, powerfully. And of course, the king was like, my boy, I know you've been on semen retention. I know you're a powerful man. I see the glow in you. I see God in you. Guess what? Well, you are the man to help me accomplish these plans that you just uttered. You are the man to help me put these things together because you're the man with the vision. You interpreted the dream and you gave me a solution. How am I going to put that solution to work? How am I going to implement this without you, my boy, my semen retention boy, my powerful boy? I'm going to make you prime minister in my kingdom, and you are going to work with me to help me implement these plans. You know what just happened? We just contrasted Samson's fall with Joseph's rise. Delilah penetrated Samson's defense system, cut his hair, therefore cut his personal power, his discernment, his vigor and stamina. He died. He was captured and died because by cutting his hair, by him losing his masculine essence and the power in him, he was defenseless to the outside world. And the outside world got him and he died. Joseph escaped, did not give his semen away, did not give his masculine power away. Although he was put in jail for a season, he stayed true to his God, to his standards. He stayed true to his semen retention, to his masculine power. And in due season, he found favor with man. The Bible says, the man who has found favor with God also will find favor with man. On semen retention, you have found favor with God. God smiles upon you. God counts you in, so to speak. And very soon, you will find favor with man. And favor with man and favor with God complete the journey to your manifestation and your success in the world. And so now, Joseph is in a high position. Are you kidding me? Right in front of Potiphar's wife. Right in front of that succubus. Now, she has to respect him Now she has to listen to him. This is my story also. Both of those stories are my story. Both of those stories are your stories. Maybe you have only lived Samson's story. I guarantee you, most of you have only lived Samson's story up to this point. You're not dead physically, but I guarantee you, you are dead spiritually, mentally, psychologically, emotionally. But like I've said in some of my videos, I've been brought back from the dead to speak with you, to inspire you, to set you on the right path. I was once dead. I was once Samson. For many years, I was once Samson. Through PMO and through promiscuity, running the streets and prostitutions, ordering, escorts, and the whole 9 yards. I was dead, uninspired, unmotivated. My defense system was down. In the outside world, I couldn't do anything because I was already a victim on the inside world. That was my story up until 2016 when I went the first couple of days of semen retention, and my eyes went like, what? Whoa. Something just happened. Something just happened in those few days. And so I locked in and I went 40 days. I almost died. I thought those 40 days. I had suicidal thoughts in the first 40 days on semen retention. I literally had suicidal thoughts. I cried in my car. I cried at work. I would leave work and go into the bathroom and cried. I cried on my way home. I cried at my apartment by myself. Many nights I left my apartment and did not come back because I knew if I came back to my apartment that night, I was going to watch porn and I was going to blow a load. And the energy was so high and the urges were so high, I stayed in my car, in Walmart's parking lot and other places. I slept in my car from night till morning because I knew if I went home during the day, it'll be easier to be around in the day than at night. Many times I did that. So I've been Samson. My hair has been cut, not little hair, but my energy, my vigor, my stamina have been cut before. And I've been defenseless before. And I've been a victim being exposed to the outside world. But I've also been Joseph because I've escaped death when I began to practice semen retention. You know how? I escaped every Potiphar's wife in my life. I ran away. I told you in the beginning, in my introduction of the live, I've had women who've told me, if you're not ready to give it up, we can't do this. Forget about this. Many times, and I've let them go. I've also had women that I've done it with. This one particular woman called me back on the phone when she got home, and all I heard when I picked up the phone was like somebody crying, essentially, like, you all right? What did I do to you? You don't think I deserve that? You don't think? She was a widow. She was a 3-year widow. So I got to break that thing in. That thing was not, there was never touched for 3 years. It was tight. It was a mess. I had to break it in. I guess it's my luck to break stuff like that in. I've always had the opportunity to break a V in. Anyhow, so basically what she was saying was, I waited 3 years after my husband died, and I found you, and I thought you were worthy of giving it up to you, and you held that thing from you. How? What did I do to you? Did you not like me? You didn't like it? You don't like me? This is what we do this for. I want it. You need to give it to me. Although I had told her when we first met that I practiced semen retention, you know what she told me? She was from Jamaica. She said, oh, semen retention. Yeah, man, I've heard those Rastas talk about that, keeping their energy in and not giving it. Oh, you want that thing too? Yeah. I'm like, baby, that's what makes you see me. That's what gives me the glow that attracted you to me. Yeah, this is it. all this swag and all this whatever you see going on in me that makes you want me is the semen retention. Anyhow, she made a big deal out of that. And now she made it her mission in future times to get me to release. Eventually, I told myself, man, I got to be honest with you. I love tapping that. It's a good tap. It's a good thing to tap. But I ain't about all this complaint and all these schemes and trying to make me bust one. Nah, man, we ain't doing that. And so I slowed down all the way till it died. I've changed my number several times. We ain't in contact. I know where she works, but we ain't in contact because I know she will want that. And so I've escaped death. I've let many things go, including not choosing to be in an exclusive relationship, because in an exclusive relationship, regular sex is required. And in having regular sex, might bust one. Now, granted, I have learned what we call NEO, non-ejaculatory orgasm. Yes. And granted also, I can bust one every once in a while. It still won't take me down. I have the discipline and I can do it. But still, it's going to have to be the right woman. The right woman who is somewhat submissive to me, somewhat wants to come along with me, somewhat allows me to do me. And if I want to stop halfway, I say, baby, whoa, hold on. Let me stop right here. Let me go take a cold shower. Let me go have a drink. Slow down. Like, that's a woman who's cooperative. And I do have, one like that. She could be on top of me and I'm like, whoa, stop. And she stops, And I've had women, you tell them to stop. Whoa, hold on. And then she just, she won't stop. Whether she lacks the discipline in herself or whether she wants you to get there and that's why she won't stop. But if you decide to be with a woman or have sex with a woman regularly, you better get one who's cooperative, who's somewhat submissive to you, who's somewhat, and by submissive here, I don't mean a woman who listens to every word you say or who want to do everything you say. No. I mean, like, she's cooperative. She's not resistant. She's not fighting you. She understands your value to her. She needs you and she wants to come alongside you. And she looks up to you and she knows you're up here and she's somewhat over here. Let me see. Where's the camera? Yeah. She knows you are here and she's here and she doesn't have any problem walking alongside you. And so you could be doing it doggy style and, halfway through, like, oh, hold on, because she's pushing on you, right? You're like, hold on, baby, hold on. Let me come out for a second. For that woman, whether you get out for a second, you come back in, the time with you, the sex with you, the overall experience is what she wants, is what she honors, not necessarily looking forward to the kill, although she wants that too. But you have to be careful on this journey. Remember, on semen retention, you have found a new energy supply. A new energy supply that makes you the man that you are supposed to be. Grounded, focused, purposeful, dynamic. Everything is beautiful in your life. And so that new found energy supply, that newfound wisdom, inspiration, somebody out there wants it. And now, let's talk about how to protect your energy from vampires and succubi. I was contrasting the story of Samson to Joseph as a foundation. Now let's talk about protecting your energy from energy vampires and succubi. Remember, every organism must feed off an energy supply, an organic energy supply somewhere. It must find a way to live. It needs energy because what? The universe is energy. We are energy. We cannot live without energy. Man's energy comes from the foods he eats, and the drinks he drinks. And then your breath also is a source of energy with the universe. Every time you breathe, you exhale. Inhale and exhale, you just got a piece of energy and life force from your breath. And so, remember earlier I said the feminine, by very nature, does not generate energy. The masculine does. And so, if every organism must have an energy supply to live off, and the feminine does not generate her own energy, and you do, she wants you. She wants you. And so, you also find men with low energy supply who would want to latch on you to suck your energy too. And remember, all that process is unconscious in the other person. They don't sit there thinking, oh, you have energy, huh? I'm coming for it. Let me put this plan together to come get it. No. It's more like unconsciously they recognize that jewel in you. They recognize that specialty in you. It's like a baby or an animal cub or whatnot. With their eyes open, they can find the breast to suck milk. They can. I know. I've had children. I have two grown adults, young adults, but babies with their eyes open, closed, you could put a baby at the mother's feet. If that baby is hungry, with its eyes closed, it will move its way all the way to the mother's breast. It's an instinctive call. It's an instinctive imperative. It's an evolutionary imperative. It's not conscious. That baby is not thinking, I need milk. Okay, open my eyes. Where are the breasts? Oh, there they go. Let me go. Nah, just like the animals. Have you ever seen little pigs? Well, I'm from Haiti, so I'm very familiar and have dealt with animals, like intimately, closely with animals, right? I don't just watch animals. And those little animals, like little dogs, when they're born, their eyes are closed. They can't even open their eyes yet. Guess what? They're gonna find their mom's breast. They're gonna find that breast. They could be behind the mom's back, and they're gonna move around, until they find that breast. Now, it could be scent. Yes, scent is a part of it, but there is an instinct driving that little thing to go towards the scent, where the scent is at. And so, the process of people latching on your energy and sucking your energy is unconscious. It's just in them, and they will find you, and they will come for you. Okay? And remember, semen retention increases your energy. What does that make you? Very wanted, very needed. And so let's talk about at least 4 ways or 3 main ways that people drain your energy and you need to watch out for. Remember, on semen retention, you are more present, you are more inspired, and therefore more inspiring. And therefore, you have more to give. When you talk to someone, they can see that you're very present, your words make sense, you have clarity of thought, and you are inspired and therefore inspiring. And so what people do is they try to hijack your attention. I want you to know right now, in the esoteric world, attention is the lifeblood of manifestation. So whoever you give your attention to, you just give them your power of manifestation. Attention is the lifeblood of manifestation. And whoever you give your attention to, you have given your power of manifestation. And really, you are no more than attention. Your attention is what you are. Like right now, there's no other me existing except my attention delivering this to you. That's all I am right now. All I am right now is my attention focusing on you. You All you are right now is your attention focusing on you. Right now, you and I are both very vulnerable to the outside world. Anybody can bust in here without me even knowing them, and they have an advantage of doing something to me because I'm not being vigilant right now because my attention is busy. The same for you. So your attention is very important, and people, men and women, will hijack your attention. How? Through conversations, through asking you for advice, and also clarity. Because on semen retention, you have clarity of mind, you have sound judgment, and you have good conversations. And so people, be careful. People will hijack your attention to have good conversations with you, to take good advice from you, and to take your clarity of thoughts and to go make their lives better, to go apply things to their lives. Now, granted, there are some people that you will want to give these things for free to, your family members, your friends, a woman that you're dealing with. What I do now, dealing with a woman, I impose that I get something back. I'm like, baby, you already know what you're going to get from me. You're going to get my energy, my clarity of thought, my clarity of mind, my advice, my conversations, my presence. And God knows if I ever get in the bed with you, you'll get the best of me. So I want something from you. I tell women that I meet that I want to deal with, you either have to be spending money on me, sucking me, effing me, doing my laundry, cooking my food, making my vegetable juice. You have to be contributing to my life. You have to be doing something. You have to be actively giving me something, because just the fact that you can call me and I pick up and when we talk is already energy given to you, is already clarity coming your way, is already inspiration coming your way, is already dynamism coming your way, and it ain't for free. I recently posted that on Facebook. I said, what I am, and I described those things, and for free no more. You have to pay for it, baby. It's gonna cost you. Recently, I told a woman, I ain't giving you these things for free no more. She said, you want me to pay for it? I said, yeah, you're gonna pay for it. Not with monetary value. Although she takes me out. If we link up in a hotel, it's always on her. She cooks for me. She buys me stuff. Now, it's not more like she's taking care of me. It's more like she is holding her side of the bargain. She has to give something. There must be an exchange. We are no longer going to engage into a parasitic dynamic where I'm the one feeding that organism. The organism is a leash now. No. Leash, right? Yeah. Leash. Anyhow, leash. A leash is what you put a dog on. A leash. Anyhow, a leash. Okay, you got it. My accent. You got it. You understand. And so, no, we are no longer engaging in parasitic dynamic. There must be a healthy exchange. She must be doing something. She must be giving you something that's been declared and she accepted. So when she asked me, you want me to pay for it? I don't want anything for free because I work for what I want. I work for mine. She does. She worked for hers. And I told her, you want this dynamic to exist between me and you? You already know what I represent. Work for it. Do what you're supposed to do. And she said, I'm ready and I'm willing to work for it. I'm going to put the work in because I want this. Okay, go for it. Because on semen retention, on this journey, you have become a powerhouse. Be careful. People will hijack your attention through conversations, advice, and clarity. Number 2, people will take advantage of your energy physically. That is through your presence, your aura, and your scent. Now, you're probably wondering, why didn't I put sex under physically? Because sex, in a sense, is more spiritual and energetic than physical. And so, but physically, energy vampires and succubi will feed off your energy through your presence, aura, and scent. And the way that happens is these people love to see you. They love to hug you because they love to feel your energy through the hug. They love to smell your scent because that smell is also energetic and it infiltrates their being. Have you ever smelled something good and you feel like you just got renewed by it? Tell me, bro. Have you ever smelled something good and you feel instantly elevated by it? That's the same thing for a woman, for example. She hugs you. Guess what? I've had women who told me they love my scent and my smell. Guess what? Maybe the few times I met with them, I didn't even have no cologne on. And yet they're still talking about my scent and they're still talking about my smell. You're always smelling good. I have women that I hug it, they go like, you always smell good. Now, I don't know if it's the Donny on my clothes, but really, it's my scent. Remember now, my pheromones are strong through semen retention. It's my natural scent. They're feeding on. Oh, you always smell so good. In that moment, she feels healed. In that moment, she feels elevated. In that moment, she feels strong. In that moment, you just pushed her energy supply further. Okay? Physically. How about your aura? Some people feel strong just being in your presence. I'm telling you. They feel empowered. They feel safe just being where you are, just being in the same place with you. They feel safe. Just knowing that you're sitting right there makes them feel they can face anything in life. Some of them will not tell you. In fact, most of them will not tell you. But some people love your grit. They love your persistence. They love your power. They love what you represent. And by you just sitting right next to them, they feel empowered. And guess what? They will do anything to get you to spend time with them physically. If you are unaware of that, you're thinking, oh, it's just about hanging out. It's just about hanging out. It's just about, we're just hanging out. It's a get together, right? Listen, I'm going to say it right now. I have a groups of friends that no matter what's going on, I'm invited. And I better not miss it. The moment they decide on something, the calls, the Facebook tags, the WhatsApp messages, the messenger messages, everybody. And I've been told by them, you're the life of the party. You are the light. One of the women told me recently, you are the light in our midst. That's what she said on a group picture on my Facebook. On Facebook, I uploaded a group picture that we took together, and everybody was commenting. And I said, it's always great to be around you guys. Always great hanging out. And one of the women commented, you are the light between us. You are the light between us. And if I ran late, every time I ran late to something, they always let me have it. You ran late. We thought you weren't coming. People are calling me halfway while I'm, on the road. They're like, are you coming? We need you here. I don't do anything but sit there and be that powerhouse that I am. I'm the guy with the clarity. I'm the guy with the strong power energy. I can talk the whole night through. I can move around the whole night through. You know how when we're getting together and we're trying to figure something out, when I give my idea, it's always like, bam, one step, as opposed to somebody trying to give their ideas, and it's a 5-step idea. Like it won't take too long and too many resources. But when David Hughes speak, bam, oh, why don't we do it this way? Oh, yeah, boom. Oh, I was thinking about that. Oh, yeah, boom. And so they want me there. But them, it's fine because they can feed off my energy. When I leave them, I still have my full supply. because I get from them too. Because guess what? It's always their expenses. It's always their expenses. Yeah, I can stop and bring a bottle of alcohol, but it ain't much. It's always on them. It's always on them. And so, and because of them, I don't really create other fun, because I know very soon something fun is going to come up from them. So that helps me out, right? So people feel more elevated, more powerful, more inspired, and stronger in your presence. It's okay to give them something, but beware, because they will put events together. They will find ways to always bring you in. And you might not want to go in, sometimes. Lastly, energy vampires and succubi will feed off your newfound energy through semen retention. Give me a few more likes, guys. I would appreciate it. Through sexually. They will feed off you sexually. Remember now, I didn't put sexuality under physical, because sexually, sex, for the purpose of our discussion here, in energy, for the purpose of our discussion here, sex is more energetic, more spiritual, more ethereal than physical. And so, let's talk about a woman, right? The way she gets her energy from you is through your touch. Yeah. She gets a lot of energy from your touch. A simple touch of a woman's arms give her so much energy. I bet you probably have never thought about that. I bet you're thinking the best energy a woman gets from you is ejaculation, or the pounding game and then ejaculation. That's the ultimate one. But do you also know that women have said spending time with you, being in your arms, being hugged by you, being held by you is enough for me, even if we didn't have sex? Oh, yeah. And then the men would always respond by saying, what kind of nonsense is that? Like, we spent time, you were satisfied, and now I'm trying to have sex with you, and you're like, no, time is over. It's time for you to go. And she's like, well, babe, I want you to know that it's not all about sex. For me, laying down on the couch with you, talking to you, you holding me, you touching me, I'm already good. I'm satisfied. I feel renewed. I'm ready to go. But you're like, I need to put it in to feel that. Whatever you feel, you're feeling by being in my presence and by my touch, by my hug, I need to penetrate and bust to feel the same way as you. So a woman can actually get way more energy from your touch. Then penetration. You don't necessarily have to penetrate her for her to get energy from you, right? Your touch, your gaze at her, your words, your look, and of course, you have to get to the place where you have developed a lot of alpha energy by your presence, where your presence now becomes healing to the woman. A simple hug. Listen to this. I met a woman. Well, it's an ex. We met 1.5 years after breakup. I broke up and I changed my number. So I was out of reach. She found a way to reach. I responded back, and then we met. But we met in public somewhere. And when she was leaving, she said, give me a hug. I already knew what she went for. She's been missing that hug. She's been missing that energy for 1.5 years. Whoever other sucker she messed with for that 1.5 years couldn't give that to her. I know for a fact. Because I'm a man on semen retention, right? I'm a man on a mission. My energy is dynamic. It's powerful. It's healing. It's life-changing. It's life-giving. So like, when she said, give me a hug, although we were just in the car, right? Went outside. I just reached over, let her come in. She came in, held me tight. I held her tight, let her have it. She took a deep breath. And she began to say some stuff. And then she went, right? When she left, she got home. She texted me. I swear to you, she texted me. She said, it was great seeing you and being in your presence. And I felt good being held by you, and especially on your chest. And then she put KI. You know, she's educated, so she's in management. She put KI. KI means key indicator. So she sent me a message right there that those things she just mentioned are key indicators for her that, I don't know, that I'm the man, that I'm still the man, that she still needs this. And I replied, you know, thank you, and we left that, right? She automatically changed her life because we got reconnected, got rid of WhatsApp, got rid of Messenger, cut some people off. Like basically she's streamlining her focus because she got reconnected with the men that she felt like, I just got renewed by just one hug, by just being in your presence. And I think I want to do all I can do to have this back. And another time we met, I held her again. I kissed her forehead. And yes, I put the D on her. And afterwards, she told me, when you held me and kissed me, after the whole night, I feel healed and renewed. I said, healed from that? She said, there's nothing specific. I think I feel healed from the whole life. I think for the year and a half we haven't met, I've been sick. My soul has been sick. Now I feel healed. I feel renewed, restored. And she said, I need you. Be careful. Be careful with your energy, okay? Be careful with your life force. You're not just anything walking around. You are a powerhouse walking around. You are a book of wisdom walking around. You are a powerful man. You are a strong man. You are a man of God. And by God here, I mean, once you're on Semen Retention, you are a man of morals, principles, and high ethics. You become a man of great judgment and discernment. Your actions are calculated. Your risks are calculated. And you are wanted for those things. Now, granted, it's good to be wanted. For my work, I'm wanted. For my whatever my level is, it's fine. For my energy, I'm wanted. But be careful not to be abused by those who want you. Make sure you give enough that you don't deplete your source. And also make sure you enter an exchange with them. Enter a conscious exchange. Give of yourself, but get something back. I hope you were blessed. We're not done yet, but let's go to questions and comments. But as far as the teaching goes, this is it. Ask me your questions now. Let's answer some questions and some comments, and let's clarify some points if you guys need. But remember, I've been Samson. I was once dead, and now I've been brought back to life. Really primarily for you, so that you can hear my story, so that you can hear my words in my voice and be inspired by them. So before we go to questions, right? I have this song that I found on Music Bed, that I like to play on the show. Every show I play, I think the words are really the words of a man on Semen Retention. The way we walk around, the way we feel about ourselves, the way we feel about life. If you're starting the journey, this is what you need to look forward to. If you have been on the journey, continue the journey. If you are one of my regulars, you know the song already. I'm going to play it. You'll listen to the lyrics, and then we'll come back for the Q&A. I want you to listen to that song. And we will do our Q&A session. Ready for the song? Listen to every single word.
All eyes on the way I vibe when I walk into the room. Wind blows underneath the soles of my brand new pair of shoes. I got the attention, I'm on a mission. No sweat in the way I step, I got a fresh new attitude. Oh my, 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 oh my, my, my. Call me a king, you can buy me a crown. Oh my, 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 oh my, my, my. I'm leveled up, and this is my world now. This is my world now. So anyone who tried to write me off, tell them they can go and write this down. This is my world now. New look, got the ladies shook. New watch saying it's my time. These magazines wanna feature me, cause they know I'm on the rise. But the attention, I'm on a mission. Cause ever since I flipped that switch, my power can't be denied. Oh my, 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 oh my, my, my. Call me a king, you can buy me a crown. Oh my, 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 oh my, my, my. I'm leveled up, and this is my world now. This is my world now. So anyone who tried to write me off, tell them they can go and write this down. This is my world now. Get the attention, I'm on a mission. I'm in with the vision. Got a passion, making it happen. Ready for action. And this is my world now.
And yes, this is my world now. And so there was one part of the song, I think the second verse, that said, ever since I flipped that switch, my power cannot be denied. I like to say, ever since I flipped the switch of semen retention, my power has not been denied. Listen to me carefully. Ever since I flipped that semen retention switch, my power has not been denied. Bro, listen. Listen. Do me a favor. If you can only focus on one thing in your life, let semen retention be it. Ever since the first time I went 3 days in 2016, around March 2016, on semen retention, I've acquired a power that's been increasingly getting better and stronger, that cannot be denied. First of all, I cannot deny the power. I look at myself, the way I live, I'm like, damn, I'm powerful. Not in an egotistical way now. More like in affirmative way. Like I'm reaffirming what I notice in me, what I know to be me now. I'm like, damn, gotta be careful now. And also the people in my life, whether people who've known me, as in the case of an ex who was very masculine, wanted to dominate, and now has no choice but to be submissive and feminine. Ain't nobody asking her. The energy compels her. She has no choice. She feels stuck. And she said it. I got no choice but to be a submissive woman. And remember now, by submissive, we don't mean I order her around. No. Sometimes whatever she talks about, I don't even say anything. She said, oh, I'm going to buy this and that. I don't have any opinion. Go, buy, spend your money, babe. But it's more like being cooperative, finding ways to please me, finding ways to make my life better, asking me questions about my life, that respect, that looking up to. Okay? Ever since I flipped the semen retention switch on in my life, my power has not been denied. The external world is always happy to see me. You know, halfway last year, people started telling me it's good to see me. Now, I used to tell people, well, I still do, but I used to be the only one telling people it's good to see them. Not because it was so good to see a particular person. It was more like, it's good to see you because we are in life. I'm a leader, so I want to uplift your spirit. It's good to see you. Halfway last year, people started telling me, it's good seeing you. Or people somehow who would think that I would strike a conversation with them and I haven't, would come up to me. And especially when I started these lives, they would come up, you know, the news went out there. Hey, man, I like the work that you're doing, you know. I saw you online. I did it. It's good to see you, man. Oh, we haven't seen you. It's good to see you, man. And they always have something appreciative to say to me. And they're looking and they are mesmerized. Men and women. And so your power cannot be denied on semen retention. And remember, don't be alarmed. You don't have to practice semen retention forever until you die. You ain't got to hold it forever. All you have to do is find the right balance for yourself to hold enough for the length of time that's going to help you to feel powerful in your life. That's what you got to do. Okay? What works for you? And so let's answer some questions and address some comments. Appreciate you, my brother, if you're still here. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your subscription. Facts, indeed. Always. Is sex always bad? If sex is better in pure intimacy, or I don't know what that word is played with women which understand the semen retention, the whole experience can be beneficial, energy boosting for both. Yeah. The last part, yes. Sex is not bad, of course. Oh, is sex always bad? No. Always is an extreme. No, always is an extreme. We're not talking extreme. Sex is not always bad. Can't be. Even the idea of that. Come on. But can it be beneficial in terms of energy and energy boost to both? Yes. Of course. Yeah. Within the right context. Yeah. How to achieve non-ejaculatory orgasm You're gonna take me past my time. You're gonna take me past my time. I do have a few videos on that. I do have some lives on that. But I'm gonna tell you, I can tell you real quick, if you're still here. If you're still here, put a 1 in the chat or say yes. Because you might just be the only one who want that information. What do you think of hands-free orgasm? Leave that alone, bro. David, feel the power, Hughes. I appreciate that, bro. Look, man. Let me what is it? Command Shift 3. Let me there we go. I want to crop that. Now let's do Command Shift 4 so I could do just this part here. There we go. I want that. There we go. There we go. David, and that is you though. That's me. David, feel the power, Hughes. That's me. All right, Merca, you're still here. Let's go. How do you achieve non-ejaculatory orgasm? I gotta stop the background music so you can hear me out. I mean, you could hear me with it, but with me, it's louder in my ear here. The first of all, step number 1, you have to learn to dissociate. Dissociate sex or pleasure, sexual pleasure with ejaculation. That's the first work you're gonna have to do, right? The first work is to begin to change your belief system, your disposition to mostly look forward to busting a nut in having sex, while having sex, right? Like naturally, when you think about sex, the biggest idea in your mind is that of ejaculation, right? True? That's what you need to reverse. That's what you need to start working on as, okay, I am no longer interested or in the place where the biggest gain from sex is the ejaculation. You have to make that conversion. You have to retrain your mind. You have to retrain your brain. You have to do that. Okay? And the way you do that is through contemplation, meditation, and affirmation. Find ways and things that work for you to remind yourself that I no longer look forward to ejaculation as the biggest payoff, as the biggest payout. And now the logical question that follows is, what do you look forward to? Now you're going to have to retrain your mind to include everything that happens in the moment. You see, up to this point, when you're having sex, you exclude everything else that happens in the moment. You only focus on, I need to get this pounding going, this friction going so I can blow a load. You exclude everything else that happens. So now, what you're going to do is you're going to include everything else. That is the going into the place, the woman who's there with you, enjoying her presence, her smile, her hair, her clothing, and even thanking her for being there with you, and you being grateful that in the cosmos, you're not handicapped, and now you can be here about to have sex with this woman, right? Because you could have been born handicapped, physically handicapped, where this experience wouldn't be possible for you. You could have been born with Down syndrome, then you couldn't be having sex. So really being fully alive, like me and you, assuming you're like me, being in her presence is really an opportunity to thank God, not so much for her, but for the opportunity first, that I can be here with all my limbs and with all my mind, getting ready to engage into that. So you enter with gratitude, right? And second, you begin to enjoy just being there, talking to her, touching her, feeling your own body. Okay. And secondly, you take a deep breath. You relax, my friend. Don't look, don't rush. Relax. Take a deep breath and be present. And say, all is well. God is good. Life is good. I'm in power. I'm king. Everything is fine. And also, take a cold shower right before. Get to that spot, man, jump in the shower, take a cold shower. That's going to calm your nerves down. Have a little something to munch on and to drink. You know, little something, little finger, little chips or little finger thing, or maybe some, maybe watermelon. Watermelon is very good for blood flow, and it enhances your sexual drive. Little fruits here, whatever. And you can have, if you can get you some dark chocolate and some red wine, those two stimulate your blood flow. They're good for the heart. Dark chocolate and red wine are good for the heart. You can have a little dark chocolate here with a little glass of red wine, and you're sipping and you're breaking a little bit and you're enjoying the time. You replace the rush towards the bust with, I'm just here and this is part of sex. Oh yeah. Because this is tantra, really. This is tantric practices. And these are my practices. When was the last time I practiced them? This past Saturday night into Sunday morning. Dark chocolate, red wine, vegetable juice, where I had more than finger foods, but yeah. Cold shower, yeah. Everything I just told you. Last time I practiced them, this past Saturday night. And now, I'm going to skip some steps. Let's get to the penetration, because that's where you're going to die, right? What I want you to do is, if you can remember, as soon as you penetrate, I want you to stop and take a deep breath. You go in, shh, and stop, and go. Look up to the sky, take a deep breath, and then maybe you can talk to yourself. I do. I'm good. All is well. All is good. No rush. I'm not going nowhere. There's no need for anxiety. There's no need to perform any different. I'm just going to be me and right here, right now. That's all that matters. No shame, no performance anxiety. Oh, well, life is good. I'm happy. Let's go. If you do that, bro, that just recalibrated your whole anxiety, your whole energy level. And now you can slowly begin to stroke, right? My method is 9 shallow, 1 deep. I would do 9 shallow strokes, like very at the beginning, at the entrance of the vagina. Shallow, like very shallow. My thing is still halfway in and halfway out. Very shallow. And on the 10th one, I go hard. Now, of course, when you first start, you might need to count it, but now I don't need to count it. My body kind of like knows what to do. But if you just go ham, like you go in and bam, 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 nah, come on, man. You're going to reach the point of no return very quickly. But if you go 9 shallows, 1 deep, because that deep is what's going to get you. Remember, when you're pounding, the deep is what's going to get you. So you don't want to do that. You want to do shallow, get the friction going. She's feeling good because a woman, all a woman needs is a 3-inch penis to satisfy her. She needs no longer than 3 inches. So really, in your shallow, you can maintain 3 inches. That's all she needs. Based on science for the vagina. 3 inches. Those deep strokes, yes, they hit her soul, but she doesn't necessarily need them. So you do some shallows and then you do that 1 deep. I guarantee you, bro, and you continue taking deep breath. I guarantee you're going to last longer. And because you're lasting longer, you'll be in control, because everything I just told you puts you in control with the taking of a deep breath and going 9 shallow, 1 deep, being present, remembering this is good, life is good, everything is beautiful. You remain present, because the reason you bust and so quickly is because you're not present. You come into this thing unconscious, filled with performance anxiety, and you just go ham. And before you know it, don't move, baby. Oh, oh. You don't want to do that. And then you come back for the rest of the steps. But if you do what I just told you, and then let's say 5 minutes in those 9 shallows, 1 deep strokes, you stop, get out, go sit on the couch, have a piece of dark chocolate, whatever you have your munching on, and low sip from your red wine, your energy just calms down again. And then you just have a conversation with the lady. How was your day? By the way, tell me about that project. How's your sister doing? How's your siblings doing? Hey, you begin to tell me that story. Remember, you're interested in enjoying the whole situation. So now you sit down, your energy has calmed down, you go again, jump in the bed, start all over. So basically, every 5 minutes, you can start a whole lovemaking and stroking session. And that can go all the way to 1 hour, because all you're doing is you will be doing 5 or 6 times 5 minutes. And guess what now? Here's where the real discipline comes in. At the end of 8 or 9 small rounds like that, without ejaculation, you're now going to have to use your willpower and self-love to say, all right, we're good. This is good. Because you're still present. And you didn't come. You're like, I'm good. It's been 45 minutes. We're good. You good, baby? If she says she's good, we're good. And of course, you would have to do some other stuff for her, sucking her up, eating her up, spanking her, flipping her over. You have to do certain things that make her satisfied. And then you pull that self-love and self-discipline card and you're like, we're good. Jump in the shower, take a cold shower, and move on. But now when you move on, you need to go do something that's physically exhausting. Go to the gym, go run, go work out, go do something that's physically exhausting. Now, and then of course, go Google Kegel exercises. Kegel exercises will help strengthen your shaft. It will help delaying the ejaculation process in you. So that's gonna help also. Don't mess with that. Don't mess with that. David, feel the power. Hughes. Yeah, I already looked at that, right? Do I have to worry? Dorian Davis, thanks for being here. I think you just put a 1 in this chat. There you go. Do I have to worry about women not wanting me? Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. And I'm going to keep saying it. Hell no. You ain't got to worry about women not wanting you on semen retention. Women will want you because your energy will be high. Remember, women want your energy. They want your energy. They want your power, your dexterity, your swiftness, your intelligence, your inspiration. That's what women want. Focus on building that. And semen retention builds that in you. Now, you never have to worry about women not wanting you, except that you're not obese. If you're obese, yeah, you got to worry about women not wanting you. If you're obese, women don't like obese men. No offense to any obese men. I was on the way to being obese myself. I'm working towards my BMI, which is 185. Probably not want to be 185, but definitely, I was 250 once. Now remember, I'm from Haiti. Normally, I came to America as a thread. I was literally thread, cut, muscle all over, because that's how we are home. And I began to eat them American foods, bro. Look, I reached 250 once. And with a little belly. Guess what began to happen? And women would lay eyes on me and turn their eyes as quickly as possible. They couldn't turn their eyes quickly enough. When I lost that belly and my midsection began to go in and begin to build a little bit muscle, like they can see the definition, man, they look and they keep their eyes on me. Yeah, man. And so, given that if you're not obese, you practice semen retention, you don't have to worry about women not wanting you. Okay. Everybody's still here. Thanks for being here. Dorian Davis, America Castellan. Forgive me if I mispronounce. Elliot Lugo, still here. Boss at home, my brother. Hey, yo, we got to link up soon. I don't know if you're still here, but you got to link up soon. This is January 2021. We need to link up soon to get those interviews going, bro. Yes, we need to link up soon. Now, as you can see, I've switched from the night to midday or afternoon. And I got to be honest with you, today was the most viewers I've had at once. And so I quickly realized, oh, snap. This is why the spirit told me to change the time. Because I looked at my analytics. It says that my viewers, my subscribers are online from 1 p.m. till 6 or 7. That's where most of them are on YouTube. And of course, this is for good advice. YouTube is showing me the analytics to say, hey, stop going live at 10 p.m. Stop going live at 9 p.m. Your people are on from 1 p.m. to 7. Go live in that window. And this is the first one today. And this is the most viewers I've had at once. Still right now, I think my thing is showing 14. Still right now, this is the most I've had sustainably, like ever since I started. It stays like this. It never dropped below 13 since I started. So this is going to be the new time. So something to keep in mind for our interview coming up. And so, boss at home. There we go, my brother. He's here. I wish I'd see you here. I'd seen you here earlier. SR turns us into superhumans. Yes, it does actually. It does. There's something that happens on semen retention. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, please, guys. If you can do one thing in life, practice semen retention. Yes. It's leading you, my brother. Somebody else said something. I saw okay, there we go. My friend Neo. Those advices are golden. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thanks for being here. I think this is the second time I've seen you here. You were here last today's Wednesday. You were here on Monday night. So thanks. It's good to have you. Definitely, I know of the many words I've said, something is going to reach your spirit. Something is going to cause a change in you. This is the nature of the game, you know? And yes, we will schedule for the interview now during the day. Let me say something to you guys, right? I got the revelation to change my productions from nighttime to morning and midday, and instantly I get the success. I have 16 guys watching right now. Never have all that in once the first time, right? All at once. And now I've gone further than that, but it just goes up and then it falls. It always stays below 10, right? But it's been above 10 for the afternoon. Now, it could have something to do with the topic also, right? and the thumbnail, right? And then when they go in, they find out, oh, the information is beautiful. So perhaps I'm going to work on my thumbnails and then stay within this time. Now, here's what happens. Because I've entered a new level of semen retention, that is, I work out 5 days a week now, and I'm on a very low carb diet. I have not eaten for the day, but I've taken my vegetable juice and my other stuff, right? My testosterone level has been so high. When I wake up in the morning, I have to clear my throat. My voice is like, wah, 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 wah. I'm like, trying to, trying to speak. And what that means is my energy is high, inspiration flows. And so today I woke up and come to the office here, and it hit me. Change your productions to morning, mid-morning to midday. And then a whole bunch of ideas and just poured in, like, here was what would happen, here was what would happen, here's how you would benefit. And here, well, I'm like, whoa, this is changing the whole game for me, my whole productivity game. This is what happens. I couldn't get that. I couldn't have gotten all that clarity, all those pictures, all those ideas in my mind if my energy is not high enough to receive it. In fact, you know how you give somebody an advice, they can't take it because their energy is not high enough to perceive the advice, to perceive the value in the advice, to see the benefits in the advice. So they just and so this is a testament to semen retention. Hey guys, send some more questions as we wind down. This is a testament to the power of semen retention, the inspiration you will get on here while you're practicing that. And so I got the inspiration, wrote it down, decided to go to try it, to implement it the same day. I could have said tomorrow, right? I could have said tomorrow. But the only thing I said was, I got to go to the gym first. I need to work out first because I need the energy. Well, I don't need it. I already have it. But let's do it after workout because my workout is one of my top priorities right now. So let's go work out, and then we're going to go straight live and implement it. And as soon as I implement it, success automatically. So, and all it was really is for the wisdom of the universe to switch my thinking, switch my mind, and help me see from a different perspective. A person couldn't do that for me. It couldn't. Nobody could do that for me. It had to be that my energy is so high, I'm so open, I had a great night of sleep, and the spirit or the wisdom of the universe were able to just shift my thinking and shift my perspective and help me see a better perspective that will allow me to have better success in my work. What more proof do you need if you haven't studied semen retention? What more proof do you need? What more permission do you need? You don't need anything. You don't need any permission, any proof. This live video has been so powerful. Appreciate you, my brother. Thanks for being here. It has been. It's a lot. It's a lot. And time just flew by in a heartbeat. Appreciate you for being here. Guys, send me a couple of questions so we can wind down and head out for some other business so we can stay happy, so we can stay productive. You know, like I'm going to go away thinking, I just did this live. I just touched so many lives. I'm pumped. I'm happy. Let me jump to my next activity, make some money, and get ready for another one and come back here, get some more videos done, create some more concepts. You know, this is what it's about, bro. This is where I want to bring you to. This is where you need to be as a man. Send me some questions, guys. If you have found my channel for the first time and you don't quite know what this channel is about, which it's about to be way more than just that, but I invite you to watch this if you're considering subscribing. I'll be
But
back.
first, if you are new to my channel, consider subscribing. I have nothing but practical insights and information for you if you are getting on NoFap and semen retention. If you browse my channel, I guarantee you will find videos that will help you on any stage that you may be on this journey, because I covered this journey entirely, because this journey is really made up of 3 stages, and I have covered all of the 3 stages. So do yourself a favor, subscribe, and also check my link for Patreon for a coaching opportunity with me. The guys that I have been coaching, their lives are being changed and expanded daily. I mean daily. So you could be one of them. If you're ready, I'm ready. Because I am excited and thrilled to help my brothers to become alive, dynamic, present, jovial, free as I am.
And there's a life-changing comment in the chat. This is why I do it. This is why I'm here. Your video taught me how to have sex on SR. And listen. And look, every once in a while, well, several times a week, there's a life-changing comment on my videos. I can't stop. I can't stop. I won't stop. Every once in a while. Remember, I've gone through the trial and error to learn these principles, to stream those techniques down. Because quite frankly, I never learned them anywhere. You know, I've studied different branches, but it has taken a few years to streamline these down, and being able to teach them in one video, and for that video to teach you and to help you, it's amazing. So it's good to have you here. Thanks for being a good student. That means you didn't just watch and listen and just go away, but you took notes and you applied. So thanks to me, 80%. Thanks to you, 20%, because you still had to apply and put the work in. That makes my day. Well, that adds to my day. How about that? But this is usually like that. And so, brothers, we have 2 minutes. I can answer 1 or 2 questions in 2 minutes. Like the video said, I just played, said, if you need coaching, you know what to do. Check Patreon and we can start working together. Monday and Tuesdays are my main coaching days, several coaching sessions, and then throughout the week to help you. It's a lot of principles, a lot of things, a lot of habits to establish to help you stay on the path and succeed. Give me a few more likes, guys. If you are here and you have not liked, give me a few more likes. Would appreciate it. But it was a success in terms of the revelation that I got to do my live late morning, midday. It was a success. I'm happy and looking forward to another one. If we have a question, we can do it. Boss at home. Let's see. You definitely helped me out tremendously this past 60 days. I've gotten so much done because of SR. 2021 is my time. Look, man. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you. Thanks. I've been seeing you on the gram. Virtual Trap House. Yo, man, you're funny, bro. You make me laugh. Listen, My notifications for the gram is not on for reasons, it's a lot of taking too much time. So I don't get notifications, but when I go on, I check you out with that virtual trap house. You're funny, man. You're funny the way it's your own idiosyncratic way of creating content. So, but I always get a good laugh, man. Whether it's like, good morning to you. And if you're here and you're walking over, oh, I always laugh. That's it. In my So, although I may not comment, but I like, and it has an impact on me. It does what it needed to do to me, okay? Just so you know, okay? With this video, I'm very committed on SR. There you go. The way to go, man. The way to go. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Yeah. Our idiosyncratic persona, the totality of who we are individually, the things that have made us us, is exactly where our power is. Just like me. This is me. Full of energy. I can speak so fast and I can be like, yo, and I take pauses. I look at whatever I do that's idiosyncratic to me. And sometimes I can be very funny. That's the way that the universe flows through me creatively, and that's where our power is. So you do have that. For me, your idiosyncratic creative personality is good for me. I have to laugh. I always laugh. I always laugh. Like, yeah, let's go. If I wasn't motivated and I watch one of your videos, I'd be motivated. I'd be like, yeah, let's go, let's do this, man. Good morning, and go get your coffee. Yeah, keep it up, man. Indeed. Perfect exchange, huh? Indeed. Hey, guys, one more question, one more comment, and we'll move to we need to go to the trap house. Understand, okay? Legal trap house, money making opportunities. That's what I'm using, because that's what my brother boss at home talks about, virtual trap house. I've fallen off SR for months now. This video has helped me to get back on track. Thanks. Absolutely. Yeah. Now, Dorian, remember, it's a journey, it's a marathon, it's a marathon, not a sprint. It's a journey, not a, what's the other term? Destination? It's a journey, not a one trip, not a trip. It's a journey. And so, yes, who else have fallen off in his journey, during his journey? Of course, every one of us. Yours truly. I've fallen off my journey before, of course. Guess what? Got right back on it, baby. Got right back on it. You have a congratulations in the chat. Yeah, get right back on it. Welcome back. Just continue the journey. Now, one mindset that's very crucial for you to have, you're not starting over. You're continuing. That makes a difference. Starting over will be like having a failure mindset. Starting over would be like, I was on it, I failed, now shamefully I'm starting over. No. The right mindset is, it's a journey, it's the hardest thing out there to do, Man, I'm just glad that I started. I did stop, but who hasn't stopped? All of them suckers have stopped. I'm not alone, so I'm happy now to continue my journey. You see the difference in the attitudes? I want you to have the latter attitude. Man, David has stopped several times on his journey. Everybody stopped. Man, this thing is hard. I'm just happy to start back and continue. Okay? That gives you more strength. That gives you more power. My new slogan should be Semen Retention. Now you are playing with power as opposed to with fire. Yes, well, my new name is David. What was it again? Dang, I clipped it, so it's on my computer. But David something power Hughes. There we go. David Feel the Power Hughes. That's my new name. David Feel the Power Hughes. Man, you are creative. You have good inspiration. This is it. Feel the power. Yes. I love to feel the power, actually. I love to feel powerful. I love to feel energetic. Man, I got women. This one woman told me yesterday, dang, ever since I've known you, you've never been groggy. You've never been tired. You pull all-nighters. You've pulled all-nighters plus, she was telling me you need to rest because I'm like, for what? Testing her. Man, you just put your body through some serious movements. But she said, golly, I've never known you to be groggy. I've never known you to be on low on energy, whether you spend the night, whether you go several, whatever. But you always, I'm like, I'm a sucker for energy. I'm a sucker for life. I'm a sucker for power. By the way, talking about power, all my life I realized that the thing that I had been looking for was personal power. All my life, it felt like I was always looking for something. Until one day, I was listening to Dr. Spiritual teacher out there. His name is actually Michael Bernard Beckwith. Okay. And he says, the things that you think you're looking for is not really it. You think you're looking for cars, houses, money, and clothes. That's not what you're looking for. You're looking for what those things would do for you, the feeling they would give you. And he says you need to find that. And I quickly realized that, not quickly actually, it took me some time. I realized that, oh, snap. And it was a big revelation because he was able to turn my path and help me to recalibrate my life. I'm like, all my life I've been looking for personal power. I've been looking to be in control of myself. I've been looking to have a say in my life. I've been looking to have that to reach that place where I am the one commanding my life. I say what I want to say. I do what I want to do. I feel powerful. I feel anchored. Personal power. Yeah, is what I've been looking for. So you're right. David Feel the Power Hughes is who I am. It's my name. Fellas, let's head out and let's reconvene. If not tomorrow, Friday. I appreciate you for being here. Thank you, every single one of you. Life is good, but remember, I want you to remember this, right? I want you to remember this. You are on the right path. You are on the right journey. The journey of self-discovery. The journey of self-love. The journey of self-empowerment. Stay on this journey. You are on the right path. You are on the right journey. And no better journey than this one. Yes, I am. I'm in Atlanta. And no better journey than this journey. Stay on this journey. Do your best on this journey. Man, most awesome creators online are in Atlanta, bro. You already know. I'm telling you, more and more, the people that I come across, I didn't look them up by location. I just like their work. until they post something and they're like, oh, I'm in the A. I'm like, you in the A? It seems like most great YouTube creators that I know, that I follow, end up being in ATL. Dang, like the roommates are in ATL. Kevin is in ATL. Ken Be Delight is in ATL. I mean, I can tell you so many. But yeah, I'm in here, bro. Hey, get me on Facebook. Get me on Facebook so we can DM. All right, so I'm gonna tell you what to search for on Facebook. It's David Hughes and then my given last name. Search for that on Facebook. Get me on Facebook. Don't get me on the gram. You can follow me on the gram, but communication is not too tight on the gram. I have so many things on Facebook. I do Messenger instead of Instagram DM. So David Hughes Animon, get me on Facebook. Request my friendship. I'll get you on and send me a DM, and eventually it can happen. Bro, I'm always on the road. I'm about to go on the road right now. So I like to go to Lenox. I like to, every once in a while, I like to have lunch at Lenox Square and have a beer there. There's a beer joint there. I will go. I don't eat most of the food that's there, but I just find something to eat, something healthy to eat, and then get a beer from that beer joint. So that's an option, that we might do that. No problem, man. So get me on Facebook and then we will link up and then change your life further. Because you're gonna be getting me live, bro. It has happened before, but you're gonna be getting me live. Get all the good information live, all the juice. Great life, David. I really like your energy. Thank you, and thank you for remembering me. Yes, sir. So remember I told you I've been in the church. I was trained. I was being groomed to be a pastor. That's one of the skills that was taught is to remember people's names, whether you've seen their faces or not. Like when you first see the name, let the name make an impression. Now, if I get 100,000 subscribers, it's going to be hard because at 100,000 subscribers, you don't even look at the chat. Or sometimes they do, but they only look at super chats. But for where I am right now, I can connect with you one-on-one. Why not? So once you make a mental note, you make a picture of that name when it reappears. And then also on Semen Retention, my memory is the bomb, bro. My memory is the bomb. I remember everything. I remember everything to the T, bro. It's Semen Retention. My brain works proficiently, effectively, powerfully, impeccably. Let's go, guys. If not tomorrow, Friday, around the same time. Be good. Remember, you are king. Stay in your kingdom. Don't let nobody, where it says I am king and power is right there. Don't let nobody take you down from where you are at. Okay? I am 18 and this is my first year on my spiritual journey. And SR, welcome. I love the benefits of it. And so I watched your video before and I lost my virginity so I could hold on to my powers. Look, man. Well, you are so young. You have a lot of life ahead of you. Go for it. You are on the right path. You are on the right path. You are on the right journey. The journey of self-discovery. The journey of self-love. The journey of self-empowerment. Stay on this journey. So you are on the right path. You are doing the right thing. I definitely would be willing to link up with you conveniently and speak into your life, help guide you in whatever capacity. So link up on Facebook and let's do this. Kings, You are king. There you go. You are king, and stay in your power. You are king, right there. I am king, and stay in your power. Until next time, namaste. You are on the right path. You are on the right journey. The journey of self-discovery, the journey of self-love, the journey of self-empowerment. Stay on this journey.